Welcome back to another quick episode here on Launch Your Light. Are you bottling your brilliance and then making it binge worthy? Basically, are you binge worthy? And this may trigger you. I don't care. At least stick around and listen to this flow in this natural buying state, a buyer behavior that people are regularly involved in right now. And it is this binge worthy idea. This was a big conversation in my mastermind calls, my Tuesday group coaching with established entrepreneurs. And this comes up often. And it's exciting when you have stuff and it's the push you need to take it over the edge to get yourself out there. A lot of soulpreneurs, a lot of small business women, entrepreneurs are stuck in the visibility gap, right? And they don't know how to push themselves over. Perfectionism just totally stops us, right? And it's like, actually, we need to get you out there. We need to get it out there. And it doesn't need to be totally edited, and it doesn't need to be filtered, and it doesn't need to be perfected. You need to be findable. You need to be bingeable. So here's what I mean by that. Let me run you down a very natural buyer behavior and flow state that happens to people. You find a new teacher. You see, maybe it's on social media that you find this teacher. And then you go onto their profile. You watch that video that popped up, and then you go onto their profile. And then you're going to scroll, scroll, scroll. And you're going to look, and you're going to read, and you're going to watch, and you're going to see. And you're going to go, oh, I really like the vibe of this person. I love what she's teaching. I love who she is. I need more. Inside, you're not thinking that, but you're feeling it. I want more. And then you go up to her link in bio. Boom. Here's a whole wealth of knowledge and information. Right away, you see, oh, she's got a podcast. And you click on the podcast link and you go to the podcast and you're like, oh, wow, cool. Over here, Spotify, Apple, da da da. Oh, 150 plus episodes. Fucking awesome. Sign me up. Follow, start listening. Yeah, maybe if you're crazy like me, you go back to the beginning and listen to all of them, or you start at the latest and you work yourself back. Anyone else in here? Right? And then you're like, wait, what else does she have? And then you go and see that she's got a book and you're like, oh my God, give me the book. Oh, there's an ebook. Yes, sign me up. Ooh, a fun quiz. Ooh, a free 7-day training sent right to my email. Sign me up. What else does she have? Let's go to her website. Oh, cool. This is what she's into. Wow, I like those pictures. Ooh, I like her vibe and style. Oh, she's got courses. Let's see what courses she has. Oh, look at this one. Okay, I don't think I'm ready for that one yet. Ooh, that's something I really want inside. Oh, look at this. I could sign up for this now. Hello, is this you? You know what I mean? And this is just a natural reaction to stepping into someone's energetic field. You have gotten yourself to a new vibrational match to that person through your growth, through your evolution, through the phase and the process that you're in now. And when you do that, it unlocks levels of new teachers to you. When the student is ready, the teacher arrives. The end of that is when the student is ready, the teacher arrives. But when the student is really ready, the teacher leaves. LOL, but that's a whole nother call. So are you binge worthy? And a lot of people are like, oh my God, I haven't got my course out because it's not perfect yet. Fuck that, dude. Let's go. Let's get it out. Have the breadcrumb trail lead to your temple, lead to work with you. So, how can this look? Hey, this can look like having a YouTube channel with amazing amounts of videos. This can look like having a binge-worthy TikTok or Instagram. Do you have a few ebooks inside of you? Do you have a few PDF workbooks they could download? Do you have free masterclasses? Do you have bite-sized chunks of working with you? A 3-part, 3-day, blah, 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 right? Are they able to find you? Are they able to buy from you? Can they give you money? Is it easy to give you money? And like when we go deeper with that, a lot of people are so nervous to do this because they're not really living in their authentic space, in their aligned, authentic version of them. And they're still trying to be something an old coach told them or something an old teacher told them. I don't know. That's just some of it. You know, I do a lot of healing work with people on the back end and people can get stuck in that. But when you really identify with like who you're authentically aligned to be, that flow, that gate of energy opens up and you want to give out more. So, for example, to my clients who are hearing this, or like I work with a lot of clients who are like, oh, I don't want to be on social media, then don't. Then don't ever try to make you fit a mold in my world. I go, great, what works? Well, I've always really wanted to have a YouTube channel because the people, my clientele are very deep and they do want to sit there for a 20-minute video or they do want to watch a Q&A for an hour. Great. Let's get you on YouTube then. Or I'm a writer. I don't want to do all this short form stuff. I'm a writer. I've words coming at me. Great. Are you getting it out of you or is it just stuck tumbling around in your head or sitting in Google Docs? Right? Like, how can we get it out? So it's one thing, to have all this, and a lot of people feel like congested there, right? It's one thing to have like all these great ideas, but if you're not getting it out, if you're not teaching it, if you're not moving to it and through it, you're gonna feel stuck. You're gonna feel overwhelmed. You're eventually gonna be exhausted and frustrated by that. I know I'm speaking to the choir here. I know so many of you have that in there. So first, where are the places and spaces you want people to find you? And a lot of the times, it is the same place as you are. Are you an avid podcast listener? Then let's get your podcast out. Oh, you don't know what it would be about? Great. What are one of your methods? What's a bunch of your courses about? What's a funny side project you're super engaged about or you could not shut up about that we could make a podcast show on? For example, one of my teachers, she's a spiritual business coach. She's a esoteric business coach. But she loves pop culture and gossip and like the shit of the celebrities. So she has a whole podcast on that. She just needed an outlet to talk all this, the spiritual side of the craziness of the celebrity world and how it all is like really reflective of the consciousness level she needed a place to have an outlet for that avenue of her, that like flow of energy in her. And it's a great fucking place for marketing. It's brilliant. She gets to riff off like Jay-Z and like Yee, and I don't fucking know because I'm not into any of it, but it's entertaining as hell. You know what I mean? So like, do you have one of those in you? Some people think it's got to be about the same thing. For example, in this podcast, you hear me like most more than anything right now on this podcast, I'm interviewing badass women in business. And it's brilliant because I go into the marketing and the network and the communications and systems and places where I'm in with other women. I say, who wants to be on the podcast? I had 50 people sign up in 24 hours. I had to shut the fucking calendar down. I was like, ah! My Scorpio was like, hide, 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 alert, alert, turn off. And then my Capricorn came in 2 days ago and was like, fuck that. Let's have another 50 more. And now I have 70 women lined up for this podcast. This is Binge-Worthy. I already have 51 episodes. You can listen to 51 episodes if you just come into my world today. Get on it. It's so much fun. I talk about some crazy shit. That's a Binge-Worthy thing. You can also go to my website or go to my Linktree and get an ebook and get 3 different free masterclasses. Me showing and sharecasing my energy talking about topics I love. So are you binge-worthy? And not even are you binge-worthy? Are you bingeable? Are you bingeable? And if you're like, I don't want a client who's bingeable, that's fine. That's fine, but you're probably on the wrong show. You know what I mean? Like if you're hearing from me and that if it triggers you, take it. It's a gift. All triggers are gifts, right? There's medicine in them. So what is it that is so triggering to you? Because here's the thing, like, is it your perfectionist level? Is it like it's got to be perfect before it goes out? Okay, how's that blocking you? How has that blocked you? How much money has that blocked from you actually, right? Do you actually have a visibility block where you're scared to be seen in your brilliance? Most people are actually way more scared to be seen in their total brilliance than they are their shadow. Right. I always say this to my clients, like a lot of people feel it's easier to talk about Satan than it is to talk about God. It's easier to talk about the scary shit happening on the planet than it is to talk about the miraculous stuff happening on the planet. Because when we talk about that, people go, oh, wait, I am bigger. This is bigger than me. I am bigger than this thing called life. I am a divine being on the planet here to do some dope ass shit. And then they sense and see and illuminate the gap between them where they're at and the dope ass shit they came here to do. Insert me. This is what I help people with. Mic drop. So, where are the spaces and places you want to be found? And I'm not saying go do 7 of them, honey. No, I'm not. I'm saying pick 2 to 3, actually, like for the year. Maybe just 2 solid projects, 2 solid places that you can focus on this entire year to get your workout. Okay. Let me go back to the binge stuff. Because people might say, like, what do you mean this is like the new way? With our streaming services, look, you can pay the premium price to have the experience to go to the theater and buy $50 worth of candy, soda, and popcorn and sit down and be enthralled, like be engaged, just be consumed by this creation coming on screen. It's an art form and it's fucking beautiful. Or then you could be like every other American who says, I'll just wait for it to fucking show up on Netflix. And there better be 10 episodes before I even kick this off. Right. Right. So, with that being said, we could wait month to month to month to month to month to hear from you, or we can unleash a floodgate of flowing pure source energy you have in you, honey. We need to kick that on. How's that fountain? I have a whole fountain exercise. Oh God, I have so many tools to help you with this. I can't even get it out right now. Um, Let me remind you of this. We do have, I'm so fucking excited. My next masterclass is on March 4th. So March 4th, we're marching forth with our missions. It is at 1 o'clock. It's called From Day Job to Daydream, the 9 steps to launch your ideas and make money. I am here to do both. It's not just about the getting ideas out or that sounds cute or I'm called to this thing. That's the big spiritual emotional thing. But the second level of the spiritual emotional thing is to share your heart's work with the world. That is my what I call the second stage of business, spirituality and business. And it is no joke. It is hard. You're going to need the action steps. You're going to need the plan. You're going to need the tools. You're going to get clear about all that. We're going to cover this in this masterclass. Do not sit on this. Grab your notebook, grab a cup of something. I don't know what you're into these days. And come prepared. Come prepared to have your mind blown. Come prepared to take fucking notes. Come prepared to realize your gaps, to really find your gaps and go, oh, that's what I'm missing. That makes complete sense. Come to listen to the hard parts. Come to hear about the miraculous parts. We're gonna cover all of it. I am so excited for this. It will easily be 90 minutes. It will easily be 90 minutes because when I start flowing and going, it doesn't stop. And I don't stop until I am very clear that I am empty and it has stopped. And it is going to go in my portal. It's going to be there for all my paying clients, but I'm letting people come to this for free for a reason. March has a lot of really good energy. We've got 3-3, we've got 3-4, then we've got a dope ass full moon, and then we have the equinox in North America. Well, in the Northern Hemisphere, I'm in North America. People are going to start feeling turned back on. There's been a lot of people who were upgraded, activated, and turned up, turned on in what we've experienced in the last few months, last few years, last fucking decade, really. But there's a lot of people being activated right now, and they now don't know what to do with it. I give you tangible steps on what to do with it. This is not a love and light fluff call. This is some like brass knuckles. Oh, well, that's not the thing, but brass knuckles is what came to mind. Brass tacks? Brass tacks? I don't know. Here we are. I mess these things up really bad. Anywho, yeah, we're going to talk about the nasty bits. We're going to talk about the hard bits. We're going to talk about the good bits. We're going to talk about how to make money. We're going to talk about all of it. All right. The show notes in here, and I'm in the show notes, the footer of this podcast, wherever you're listening to it, has a sign up form right now. If it's beyond March, like if it's in, you're listening this post April 2025, that is not in the show notes anymore because I keep up with my notes, baby. Footer on those notes up there. It'll be into whatever I'm in next, right? This will be accessible. This will be available. Come on in, baby. It's time for you to align with your gifts and get clear on your wounds and accept them as your medicine and move forward with these brilliant ideas you have inside of you and make some fucking money. Okay? All right. I'll see you in there. Hit me up. I'll talk soon. Much love. Bye.